Well, good morning. Dr. Glenn here with another Monday morning motivation. So first of all, I want to comment on the number of responses that I had from last week's video on refined sugars and Halloween candy and how toxic and devastating that is to our children and to ourselves. And it was interesting with the number of responses that I had, because I had way more than typical. None of them were questioning the effects that sugar have on our bodies or our children's bodies. I think everybody really understands that and doesn't disagree with it. The questions that I had were all related to these parenting decisions in terms of how can I let my child go to school and not give them a piece of Halloween candy when every other kid is going to be having Halloween candy? How can they be so different when they're in school? Or how can I not let them have any of their Halloween candy at home when they're never going to have a chocolate bar, and everybody experiences chocolate bars when they're kids? And it's really that idea behind what is common and what is normal, and do we really want to be making those decisions that aren't common and aren't normal? And does that have any effect on health later on in life? So here's the response that I typically give, is that I don't like to be common, I don't like to be normal with our choices in health, because the common and normal picture is not good in North America. I want to be anything but, because the common and normal picture, 49% of us are going to die of heart disease, 39% of us are going to die of cancer, 36% of us are going to have some type of type 2 diabetes, over 30% of us are going to have some kind of obesity and obesity-related issue, 10% of our kids are going to be depressed and anxious. All of us are going to lose on average of 10 to 12 years of our active life at the end of our life, meaning we have some kind of chronic disease that's preventing us from being able to do the things that we want to be able to do. That is the common normal picture that we have in North America. So if you have the common normal actions, then we're going to be fitting into those statistics. I don't want my kids in those statistics because they're not good. I don't want to be in those statistics. So we have to be doing something different. What that is, I can't guarantee it for sure. We know that vaccinations don't for sure cause autism. We know that eating one piece of Halloween candy is not going to cause autism or obesity or coronary artery disease later on in life. But that whole group of actions and ideas and thoughts that we have right now as a community most definitely relates to that whole group of statistics later on in life. So we need to be different. What exactly that looks like is the challenge. And you need to do your research. You need to have some kind of bias behind it. You have to understand that there's actually some kind of research behind the choices that you're making. That's where it's really important to be talking to healthcare professionals about maybe those not so standard or normal actions that you're taking with your kids. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of groundwork behind those decisions, so that when your friends are challenging your parenting decisions, those really not normal and typical health choices that you have for you and your family, hopefully you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. If you have any questions or concerns, you know where I am, Dr. Glenn at rfwellness.ca. We've been making weird and wacky health decisions our entire life, so I can kind of shed some light on it if you have any concerns. Dr. Glenn at rfwellness.ca. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday morning.